Yo, yo, yo. It's Marky Stero. Hmm. Hey, Bruce. How you doing? I'm doing good. I had a great day. Didn't work. Didn't do anything. Watch TV. Pretty much hang out. I came on here live earlier. I'm just waiting for my nephew to come back from away. He went to uh, he went to Florida for the weekend with his class on a school trip. My sister went to go pick him up. He comes in like I think the plane is like landing now. So my sister went to go pick him up from the airport, and then when he comes in, I'm probably gonna go over there and see how he's doing. Yeah. So I didn't do much today. Just hung out with my parents for lunch. They're okay. Pretty much just chilled. Yeah, he's gonna be very tired. He's supposed to go to school tomorrow, but we'll see. And my youngest nephew, he's feeling sick. He was sneezing all day and blowing his nose all day. He's not feeling well. The weather's been off and on, so it's kind of chilly tonight, but it's nice though. I love it. It's no wind, so it doesn't bother me. But yeah, it's so nice and cool tonight. Well, I don't think he's gonna go to school tomorrow, but we'll see. He's apparently supposed to, but I don't know. And I'm sure daylight savings time didn't help either. Today seems like it went by faster just with that hour change. That's one thing I can't stand is daylight savings time. But we shall see. Tomorrow's gonna be tomorrow's gonna be bad for a lot of people because they're gonna be out of whack. Some people didn't even know it was daylight savings time. I'm like, how the hell could you not know? It's right on your calendars and it's on the news. Like, but I guess some people are that like kind of. I don't know. I give up on these people sometimes. It's really not their fault. They might be born and then they got dropped on their head. Yeah, he was confused this morning. My dad and mom didn't even know daylight savings time was yesterday. We had to tell them. And then today, when I went down there for lunch, I had to change all their clocks because they don't know how to do it. And I've taught them many a times, but they don't know. I'm like, Mom, on the microwave, it says clock. You press clock and then you press the time like you're doing the time for the microwave. And she's like, oh, I don't care, just do it. Then on her oven, you have to hold the plus sign and it goes right up to whatever time you want it to. So I had to do that. And then I changed all my clocks and stuff. Everything's done. But yeah. But thank God my phone and my computer. If you have an iPhone or a computer or whatever, any phone, I think it changes automatically. Yeah, yeah. The cell phone always goes first. I actually saw the time change because I was on here at 2 o'clock in the morning. Unfortunately, I didn't want to be on here that late, but I couldn't. I didn't feel like sleeping, so I was on here late. So when I got off of here, it was right before 2 o'clock in the morning. When I looked at my phone, it went 2 o'clock and it went boom, 3 o'clock. And I was like, oh shit, it did change. Then I went upstairs, changed my clock upstairs, my digital clock, my alarm clock. I changed that to 3 o'clock. And then today I woke up at around 9, but I was off and on anyway. And then I went back to sleep and I woke up an hour later at 10. And I was like, oh, good. I'm so glad I got that extra hour. It was weird. Yeah. Yeah, there was a good bit of people in here. Not a lot, but it was nice. It was fun. Nobody wanted to go to bed, I guess. And plus, there was a party going on here. Like it was right across like the field here. There's a big field over there, and they had a big party right up until 2 o'clock in the morning. And I can hear the music. I was live, and I heard the music and everything. It was pretty fun. I don't care. I didn't have nothing to do today anyway, so I don't work on Sundays unless I really have to. But today was like I was gonna like clean my apartment and wash some clothes, and I said, you know what, Mark, just don't do anything at all. You've been busting your ass all week, up and down steps, painting this railing, doing all this bullshit. I was just like, I said, you know what, today I'm absolutely gonna do nothing, and I didn't. I didn't even have to cook. I didn't cook today. My mom made my lunch, and my sister made dinner, and I ate, and that's it. I didn't absolutely do nothing, which was great. It's very rare that that happens for me, but it was a blessing. I'm so happy that I didn't have to do anything. Didn't have to cook, didn't do anything at all. But tomorrow and Tuesday, it's supposed to be bad weather here. It's supposed to be raining and windy. So I said, to hell with this. If it rains tomorrow, which they say it is, and Tuesday, I'm just going to stay inside and clean my apartment. That's all. And do whatever I have to do. I got to not fold a lot of clothes, but I got to iron some clothes. I have so many t-shirts and stuff that I need to iron and just hang up and just like sort out my closet and all sorts of shit. Hey, Erica, I'm doing good. How are you? So maybe tomorrow and Tuesday, because the weather is crappy, I'm gonna like clean my kitchen cabinets and my counters, and I'm gonna mop my floors and clean my bathroom. I'm gonna do like a complete cleanup around here. I have some like plastic containers. I need to like put some clothes in containers and pack it away, pack all my winter clothes away, pack some clothes away that I don't need. So yeah, I need to like sort my shit up. You're good. You went spirit talking today. You're so drained. Spirit talking. What is that? What do you mean by that? You went spirit talking today? You talk to spirit all day? Oh, my bad. Duh. You went to the cemetery. That's one place that I haven't been for a very long time. I live next to a cemetery, to be honest. Like literally, I go down the hill, I take a left turn, and bang, it's right there. Cemetery. I see the cemetery every day with at least, I would say, there's probably like 300 people over there. Well, not, I mean, 300, graves over there. It's like a big hill, and it's got like a couple rows. Yeah. You went to the oldest cemetery where people so they can get some history. Pretty cool. Oh, nice. That's cool, Erica. Did you feel any type of way? Like, did you get any like feelings, or did you like get anything like that? Like, how did you feel when you went there? Did you feel like you were being watched, talked to? Did you feel weird? I know you said you're drained, but like there's certain kind of. Well, you said you're spiritually drained, so I mean that could be it. But what the fuck is this? All right. Yeah, headaches and heart feelings, lots of activities. Yeah. Hey, Afrin, how you doing, bro? You good? Yeah, that's a lot to take in because you went to one of the oldest cemeteries, so there must be like so many people. You heard footprints behind you and doing things. Yep, that sounds about right. Because there's people there probably like saying like, "What the hell are you doing here?" and get out of here. They don't. They're some people are very ignorant, like they were in real life. You're doing good, bro. That's good, man. So am I. I'm doing good. I absolutely did nothing today. It was nice, fun Sunday. It was nice doing absolutely nothing. Oh well, yeah. You know how people are. They're ignorant, and spirits no different. There's a lot of ignorant spirits out there. They will do certain things that will annoy you. Speaking about that, like I get like a lot of black people come to me for mediumship readings and things like that, and they seem like a lot more interested than most. And yeah, I have a connection with them. They know what time it is. Like yeah, and they will. It's going to be an argument forever because it's just a stupid argument that people just can't fathom. Some people will never change. Some people are just dumb like that. It's always going to be that way, unfortunately. Well, that's good that you got protection and they did what they had to do. Here in Bermuda, it's a big deal. Like all that bullshit. I don't even like to talk about it too much because it annoys me that people actually are still going on and on and on about dumb shit that shouldn't even be. It should be irrelevant, really, to a certain extent. But unfortunately, that's not the only issue in the world that people argue about. There's tons of things people argue about, and it's useless to argue about things that people have opinions on and people, worship or people like. And it's just so dumb, man. People like just they see. I said it here many times this last month that it's not about your sign, like whether you're an Aquarius or Aries or whatever. It's your character. It's who you are. It's just like it's not the color of your skin that matters. It's who you are as a person. Because when you come before God, He doesn't care if you're black, white, Asian, Chinese, Portuguese, whatever. Like fat, skinny, tall, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's your character. It's who you are. It's who you was as a person. So I wish people would understand that that's the real truth. Well, that's good. I'm glad that they were properly buried because some people don't give a shit, and they don't care. Oh, that's good, Erica. I'm glad you had a good experience and not a bad one. I'm glad that that happened. No, with me, no matter who they are, what color or race they are, I always put everybody in their place and tell them how stupid they are for even bringing it up and making it an issue. And unfortunately, it's everyone. It's not just one race, one color. It's everybody. They're all lost in this matrix of stupidity that they just have to keep on going on and on about it, making it too much of an issue. What was his name? Morgan Freeman. He had an interview one time, and he says the only way to get rid of racism or racist shit is to stop talking about it. And he's absolutely right. If you don't talk about something in a negative way, then it's going to be positive. I agree with him 100%. And what happens in the past should stay there and stop dwelling on it and see where you are now in the world and make the world now better so you don't have to worry about what happened or even acknowledge the stupidity of people from back then and what they did. And another thing I tell most black people is you're all being deceived on how that whole era was because we were all, you know, enslaved at one point. Every last race and color and every country had it. It was a thing, but people only dwelled on what happened in the United States. See, but that's only one country. What happened in the rest of the world? You know, where there is no black people. You think there's no enslaved people there and people who got disrespected and got killed and shit. Tons of people. It doesn't matter your color. Like you get killed regardless, and you get enslaved, and you get beaten, and you get everything bad happens to everybody. It's not just one race, But that's like the American way. Like the Americans have brainwashed everybody into believing that this shit's actually just only happened in their country and nowhere else. People have no clue what's going on in this world right now, let alone back then. You know, that's exactly true. I agree with that. Yeah, you are what you put out in this world, exactly, and that's going back to who you are as a character, not about who you are as a race or where you were born. See, that shit doesn't make no sense. And most people are deceived and they can't they don't understand. Yeah, see, he should know he had all them damn kids. He had a whole soccer team. But it's very unfortunate, you know. It's a subject that I love to talk about, to be honest, because I like to enlighten people and let them know that you're all being deceived about what's going on in this world. A lot of people don't have a clue what they're talking about, and they just believe lies. And people just got to understand that most of the things that happened back then are like lies, and just to make you hate each other. They do things so we hate each other. That's what they do. They do it on purpose. They do things to make us hate each other. And it's sad. Yeah. Yeah. They, a lot of them, like when I do mediumship, that's what happens too. You know, they don't really want to say too much. But ever since I've been doing mediumship, as long as I can remember, I've never had a spirit tell me, "Oh, I'm not telling you anything because you're white or you're Portuguese or you're black, or I'm not, entertaining you because your people did this to me," or none of that shit exists, because all of that shit, it's a lot of it's bullshit. A lot of it's misconception and misleading stuff with no evidence, and they're just reflecting on one country, on one situation, and people like milk it to the end. That's the sad part. Like people just don't have an open mind about what happened, and you can't change it. But what you can change is your perspective on life now, and treat people equally, and understand that you know not a you're not a victim if you haven't dealt with that in your real life. And that shit still happens till today. We're all we're all being um dealt with by the government. We all have to pay taxes and shit. So it's still the same, but in a different way. Like people just don't get that. Right now in this world, nobody's different from really anybody. If you really think about it, we all have to pay bills. We all have to go to work. We all have to live a certain way. You don't have to do anything, but you know, you know what I mean, like to a certain extent. And but there's always going to be ignorant people. My mom has a saying: it doesn't matter where you work or where you go, there's always going to be that one person that fucks everything up, no matter who they are, what color they are, or what race they are. It's always going to be that way. Hey, Antigone. Yeah, and that's another controversial subject and thing, is the Bible, whether or not it's real, whether or not everything in there is real, whether or not who wrote it, when it got written, what Bible you're reading. But it's not about a book, it's about your belief. Your belief in God is more than a book. It's more than what someone else has written, I mean, and what someone wrote. Your belief is everything. That's the main thing, like your belief. It's not about reading the Bible and living and dying by it. If you want to know things, yeah, go ahead, because you have to believe to receive. You By reading a Bible doesn't make you more, it doesn't make you better than anyone else. If you can like recite verses and thing, it doesn't mean you're smarter than me. It doesn't mean you believe in God more than me. People are delusional, but you're right. It's because ignorance is contagious. You're right. Ignore ignorance is what my mom says. Well, the thing is with the Bible, it says in the Bible, it says that psychics are demonic, and it said that Jesus said something about the dead know nothing. That's what it says in the Bible, that the dead know nothing. But that's bullshit, because when you die, you know a lot of things. And when you're dead, it all depends on where you go. Of course. The problem is people are delusional. Yeah, exactly. And even if you tell someone, Erica, um, it's because it's what you believe and what you believe in, and their opinion of you should never matter anyway. But see, I've read parts of the Bible. I know it's in the Bible, but that particular thing about how psychics are bad and all that. So if psychics are bad and we're not supposed to talk to the dead, then why are we talking to Jesus and God? Why are we talking to our ancestors? Why can some of us hear the dead and speak to them? The devil doesn't speak to the dead because the devil cremates them all. They all go to hell and they don't exist. Everything goes. That's what I believe. And all my years of doing mediumship, I've never had a demonic situation because I don't deal with that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I get criticized all the time for doing this type of stuff, but I don't care about my critics mean nothing to me. I don't care about what anybody thinks about what I do. When they come in here, I make them a believer, some of them, and some of them are like, this can't be real. And some people are like, thanks so much for your help and your gift and God bless you. I'm like, yeah, cool, thanks, no problem. I never take full credit for anything anyway, because at the end of the day, I'm just doing what God wants me to do. That's it. There's nothing demonic about it, you know? But at the end of the day, I always ask the question when somebody says to me, oh, do you think psychic stuff is demonic? I said, well, everybody I can be a good psychic and turn myself, I can turn myself, bad and con all of you and tell you lies, right? But I choose not to. Yeah, exactly. Jesus was a psychic because he predicted the future. He told people what was going to happen before it happened. So why wouldn't I worship him? And if that part of see, that's why I don't believe everything in the Bible, because it's what people think. See, but it's misconcepted. It confuses people, like Antigone says. It confuses people, right? Hey, Joanna, how you doing? But I don't. That's why I don't really, uh, worry about what the Bible says, because it's all written by a bunch of morons and changed, and a lot of it's real and a lot of it's not real. But it's been like chopped and changed like everything else in the world. But um, me for instance, I tell people, well, I tell them, do you worship God? They're like, yeah, of course. I said, do you worship Jesus? Yes. I said, well, what are they right now? They're spirits, right? So if they're spirits and we talk to them, then why can't I talk to other spirits? And why can't you? And what's so bad about it? And I get no response. Oh, but that's not the same. Yes, it is. It's the same. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And all your ancestors are in spirit, and you can talk to them anytime you want. And when you die, you become a spirit too. Last I checked, unless you're going in that black hole. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But it all depends on your mentality, Erica. If you're like smart enough to know things, then you'll know. And Paris, you're absolutely right. I agree with you. A lot of people don't even worship Mary or Joseph, but that is the royal family. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. That's the real royal family. Not too many people rather say the king and queen of England is. But ask them if they believe in God. They don't, because they think that they are. So a lot of things are like put out there to manipulate you from believing in the real, people that are out there. Unfortunately, there's a lot of dumb people in the world, so there's only so much that people can understand. And some people will never know because they don't experience what we experience. Yeah. Antigone, I don't know why that verse is there, but um I think that verse is I think that verse is portrayed to the devil and to bad people. Because if you're devilish and you're going to hell, then their dead side knows nothing. See what I mean? Because they don't know God, so they know nothing. So we have to portray those verses as if someone was referring to the devil himself, you know, or to people who don't believe that are dead, you know. So that's what I think it refers to. But people on TikTok, when I first heard a young man say, "Oh, this verse says the dead know nothing, so psychics aren't real." So you're gonna come in here and tell me I'm not real after I just read your whole life and I told you who's in spirit and what, and I describe what they look like. So you're gonna tell me I'm not real then? How the fuck am I supposed to know? Obviously, I know, and there's nothing demonic about it. Because if it was demonic, then how can I read somebody that went to hell? I rest my case. I have nothing else to explain. It's your choice to be here and to believe anything. If you don't, then that's on you. I wish you luck. So I don't really care what anybody thinks, and I don't need to explain anything or prove anything to anybody. That's it. Yeah, Erica. And if that's how you feel, then that's how you're going to be. And if you feel that way, then you're always going to be protected. And what everybody else thinks, that doesn't matter because you cherish what you believe. And that's great. I'm glad you feel that way, Erica, because I feel the same way because I don't really care about. I said it in my earlier life that I feel like sometimes that I'm untouchable because I have so much spirit power around me. Why am I ever gonna worry? What do I have to worry about? Spirit's got my back. I believe that. So if I believe that, I'm gonna receive the power. Correct? That's it. If you doubt, that means the devil's got in your brain. Negative shit's got in your brain, in your mind. Simple. Joanna, you say you cut off the guy. That's good, Joanna. You don't need that in your life anyway. It's time to move on, you know? Yeah, that's what that verse probably means. Because if you're in hell, how are you gonna tap into those people And why would you want to? Because that's not your department, unless you're a demonic person, which I have nothing to do with that, nor do I want to even talk about that type of shit. Nothing to do with me. The resurrection was to do with the people that disrespected Jesus. See, the people who didn't believe in him and the people who disrespected him. My belief is this, is that, the whole thing with that is God made, Jesus did that. God made Jesus do that, or did that to Jesus to show everyone that it's real. It is real, and it can happen, and it did happen, and it will happen. And it also says that if you believe in this power, we have to show you. See, life is all about how you prove to be something that you are and you're not. Right? So he had to prove to the people that I have so much power that I can come back from anything. So if you believe in me, we as a people are going to be perfectly fine. So that's what I say to a lot of people who want to be a psychic or have gifts. If you proved your worth and prove your value and prove that you're real, then why are you worried about what anybody says? That's why I tell a lot of people, you say you got gifts, you say you're a psychic, you say you're a reader, well then prove it then. Prove it to the world, prove it to these people. And once you prove it, then you no longer have nothing to prove. Just like Jesus did. He proved to everybody, you fuck with the wrong person, and now I'm gonna show you how much power I really have. Because none of you believe. So then they started to believe after he did certain things. Have I had a near death experience? Oh, not really. I don't really, I haven't really had nothing like that. I kind of like felt really sick one time that I thought I was gonna die, but I never really like, thought about that because I don't really think that I'm going to. Like, you know what I mean? I never fear death, or I never like wonder about it too much, because I ask God all the time to keep me on this earth as long as he can, because I want to help everyone. And if he allows me to be his, to preach his word and to help people for him, then I'll do it. And as long as I can, as long as I will. So I want him to keep me alive and healthy and well, and I'm willing to prove. I'm wi- I'm willing to take that like how people say I'll take a bullet for you. Like that's what I would do. I wouldn't take a bullet, but I'm not taking no bullets anyway. But like I'm gonna be an example for him. I'm not perfect, but I'm going to do my best. And I'll give you one example before I move on. But when COVID hit and everybody ran to go get the shot, I refused to do it. And I was the only one in my family who didn't do it. A lot of my friends told me I was crazy. A lot of my friends told me I'm doing the wrong thing. My mom and dad argued with me. My sisters and brothers told me I was dumb for not doing it. I could die and this and that. And I said, you all are hypocrites, because if you believe in God, why would you take something that you know is not proven? And why would you take that anyway? Because you fear death? You fear sickness? The only thing you should fear is God. And if God wants to, he can kill you right now. He not kill you, but you can die right now. You can die without a virus or a fucking COVID or whatever the fuck. You can go down the road and a car hits you and you die. You see what I mean? So when that happened, I had a word with I had a word here with Spirit and God. Hey Kathy, how you doing? You can ask your question when you're ready. I got your donation. But before I move on to Kathy and answer her question, to get to my point, I was one of the people who refused to take that shit because I rather take God than take a shot. So I refused right up until today. I would never do it because I have God's power. God is my vaccine. God is my insurance. God is my health. God is everything to me. So if I believe that and I receive that in my heart and my mind, then why should I worry about getting sick and die? So I told him, I will be your example. I will be the one who doesn't do it. I will be the one who doesn't take that shit to prove that your power is more than that shot. And I'm still here today. So what does that mean? What does that prove? That proves that my faith in him was more than that. And I always tell people about that because that's how I believe. And if it happens again, I'll do the same thing again. I will not take nothing. I'm taking God. God's my medicine. God's my everything. And if I believe that, then that's going to be the only way. And that's the right way. And everybody who is religious and believes in God should have never taken it. Because your belief in God is now questioned by him. He now questions those people who did it because if you portray you believe in him, then why you take it? That's my question to people who say, "Oh, I believe in God." So then why the fuck you take it? If you believe in him, then why you take it? No, there's no answer. You can't answer me. Oh, because I have no. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. You can change your ways. And if you do that, God will put you in a better predicament. Am I right or am I wrong? I close my case because you're looking at a person who is an example of taking God's way instead of their way. And if you do that, nothing will happen to you. It's simple. Cheers. And that's why I can't stand people who say, "Oh, I believe in God, I do this, I do that," but then you do dumb shit like that. And now that you said that, Paris, I'll tell you exactly what people like you that had no choice to do it. What you do now and what you can do it right now, and you could have done it when you took it, is what someone said to me. Because some people, I mean, even though you had a choice, you could have said, I quit my job and I'm not going to do it, right? But you don't want to do that, which is totally understandable. So now what you do is when anybody who took it, they would say, please God, I took this because I had, pretty much no choice, right? When you really do, but you don't. But you say, I'm going to take this, God, because right now I have no choice and I'm living in fear. So please let this enter my body and let it exit my body with no damage. That's all you got to do. It's that simple. So even though you took it, you can still get rid of it through the power of God and through your belief. And then you just say, I took it. God, I took this shit. Please let it go through my body and let it come out of my body. And if you do that, it's all good. Simple. That's it. It's over. We ain't got to worry about nothing else. And God will take care of it. He'll make sure that shit doesn't affect you. So you'll be spiritually cleansed from that shit. It's that simple. Of course they won't. I agree, Erica, about taking responsibility for who you are fully. I always tell people if you take accountability, you'll feel much better, but a lot of people don't like to. Kathy, you can go ahead and ask your question when you're ready. Let me see if you asked it in your thing. No. Okay. Well, yeah, I know you're joking, but about that, I don't even deal with sage that much and crystals and everything else. The only thing I really use is sea salt and Palo Santo and stuff called dragon's blood also and frankincense. Those are the things that I use if I need to clear energy or I need to get something away or things like that. Those are the only things I really believe in 100% because it's worked for me and it's worked for like things that I need to do. But you don't even need all that stuff. You don't. All you need is your belief. I've been trying to tell people this forever. Hey Shania, how you doing? And that's your belief is more powerful than any sage, any Palo Santo, any fucking anything. You can pray all day, you can go to church every week. That shit don't count. What counts is your belief. Your belief, however strong your belief is how strong you're going to be to deflect all those energies. That's the only thing I can tell you that works is your belief. But you really have to believe. You can't even doubt because as soon as you doubt, it goes south. Because the doubt is the devil trying to get you away from your belief. See, it's a mind game. It's like a mind thing. You have to really. It's mind. Your mind has to override everything, and your heart has to believe. And once you do that, you're so good to go. You have no idea how good to go you are. Like I had to learn that the hard way, though. But I'm so glad I did learn that. How you doing, Dad? All right, Kathy, you said, so Vernon, my coworker, has been showing me a lot of attention. Is he catching feelings? Okay, let's check. After Kathy, I got Jazz. Jazz, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. And you can add, I'll see what you wrote here in your question, and I'll ask you after Kathy. And after Kathy, I have Shania. Thanks for the super chat. All right, let me see what we got here. You're welcome, Jazz. Oh, you had ribs today too? So did I, Dan. I had pork ribs and mac and cheese with my mom and my dad. I had some carrots too. All right, so Vernon. Homemade mac and cheese with real cheese, not no bag cheese shit. My mom gets like the big block New Zealand cheese, cheddar cheese, and she cuts it up and she grates it. She don't use no bag cheese and all that like already done. Because there's a big difference, a huge difference. Anybody who knows mac and cheese knows that that's the way to do it. Okay, so Kathy, your coworker, Vernon, I see that I get the communication card here. So he likes the fact that he is showing you attention, and he likes the fact that you show him attention back and you talk to him. He's actually feeling like things can be good between you guys, but he fears like going too far with you because he feels like he might embarrass himself, or he might feel like it'll be a hindrance because you work with each other. So he's kind of like, he is catching feelings, yes. So I would say he is catching feelings, but he's afraid to further those feelings into a relationship or more than that. And he fears that, it might ruin things. Typical person. Like, you work with somebody, you really don't want to, like, do shit like that or whatever. Sometimes you fear it. But I got more positive than negative. So I would say that I think he's gonna talk to you more and more, and he's going to, like, mentally try and think on how he's going to make this work. But he feels like overwhelmed right now, but he thinks that he can overcome his fear mentally and get to, like, a better place where he feels like, hey, I can actually go out with Kathy and work with her at the same time, and I think I'll be okay. Like, I think this will work, but I don't want to embarrass myself or make myself look stupid by doing things the wrong way, or make my having to deal with this, like, in a bad way if it doesn't go right. So I think he fears, like, yeah, I do feel he likes you, yeah, because I got positive things here, and he enjoys talking to you, you know. And if he didn't like you, why would he show you so much attention? A person that shows attention likes somebody. So he doesn't, obviously he doesn't love you, because we're not talking about love, but like is a whole another thing. Yes, he likes you, yes, you know, and he likes the fact that things are good between you, but he doesn't want to go too far because he doesn't want to, ruin shit. Like, I think he's scared to tell you that he has feelings for you, like, in that type of way. But to answer your question, yes, he is catching feelings, but he's scared to, like, tell you that he is, because he thinks it's gonna ruin things. He fears it. So I would say my advice is just to give it time. Yeah, well, you took the words right out of my mouth. I think that it will improve in time because he enjoys talking to you. So I would say give it time. Just give it time. Yeah. I would say give it time, Kathy. Just like, don't, just I would say, like, let him do, if he's showing you a lot of attention, then let him keep showing you attention, absorb it. If you want it, it all depends on you too, Kathy, right? So if you enjoy it and you like him and you're catching feelings and you want to be with him, then let him keep coming in. Like, let him in the door. Not in your coochie, but in the door. Like, let him in. Let him show you that, like, he can feel comfortable with you, or he's not gonna embarrass himself or fear. That's if you want to, that's up to you. So this whole thing is only going to improve if you show the same energy back. You know, give what you get and get what you give. That's my advice to you. So let him keep showing attention. Absorb the attention. You know, and go for it. Don't listen to Antigone. She's just jealous. Nobody wants her. He wants some Panani, yeah. I would say so. Everybody does. Yeah, I mean, of course, that's what we all want. You know, you want the D, and you want the Panani. You know, why not? But do it in the right way. But if you're a hoe and you want to, then go for it. I don't give a shit. I love hoes anyway. Hoes can deal with it. Hoes need love too. I'm not saying you are, but you know what I'm saying. But if you are, it's the thing that's between your legs. But for you, it's not a panani. It's just a thing. Do you know that our private parts have the most nicknames in the entire world? Do you know that? Panani is a Jamaican a Jamaican version of a coochie, a vagina. Okay? You have a vagina. That's what you have, Antigone. You don't have a panani because a panani gets worked. And you always ain't seeing no action since 1999 or something like that. Oh shit! You fell right into that. Who ain't seeing none? All right. Jazz. Jazz, you said, hopefully, just checking in on Jay the Capricorn's current feelings for me. All right, let's check. All right, let's see. Let's see. Crazy dog. All right, what is? Mm. Well, I would say like this Capricorn's feelings for you, Jay's current feelings for you is he feels like he can trust you, and he feels like you have good intentions, and he feels like you're a good person. I think I've told you this already before, but um, right now I think that like he's got too much adversity going on around him, and he's not feeling well, and he's not feeling himself, like him personally. But like his current feelings towards you is like trying to start like a new beginning with you, or trying to make things happen between you and him, and see if like he can figure out whether or not he can actually deal with it, or like see if you would actually give him the time of day. So he's kind of contemplating on whether or not he wants to show you some type of like, hey, let's try and be cool again, or let's try and be together, or let's try and do this or that. But he thinks that you are like very cautious with him because of how he's been in the past or how he is now. So his current feelings for you is like, should I, shouldn't I? If I should, how am I gonna do this? Is she gonna like, he thinks that you're like discreet, and he thinks that, uh you're being cautious when he's around, or he shows any type of affection or any type of like communication. So he knows that you know what he's like. So he knows he's gonna have to like, make a serious effort. And because he's a Capricorn, that'll be like, a miracle. He might do it by a letter or by text. He might not do it by face. He might like do a text message where he's like, hey, look, play victim first, and then tell you like a sad story so you can feel sorry for him. And then after that, he'll probably be like, hey, look, I trust you, I think you got good intentions, start to like, pet you like a cat, make you feel nice, and then like try and get in. Just give me a second. I have to text my sister real quick. All right. So yeah, Jazz, I would say that like he's also feeling like people around him aren't really like giving him the time of day or doing anything for him, and he feels like if he was with you, you would help him, and you would do things for him, and you would like help him reach the goals that he wants, because he knows how you are. You would help him. So he's being like disrespected by the people that he thought he can trust. So he's probably going to be like, you know what, the only person I can probably trust is Jazz. So maybe I need to like go towards her and understand that with her in my life, I'm probably better off. But how am I going to do it? Like I have to come to her in a new sense or a new way, or admit that I'm a dumbass that dealt with this shit, and now I need to like get over it and need to deal with it. So that's what I'm getting, Jazz. So it looks good. I mean, it looks like he's gonna do something or say something to you. That's how he feels. He feels like he can deal with you and trust you. But how he's gonna do it, yet to be determined. But I got positive shit here. I got positive stuff. It's just that he's positive. He feels positive towards you, but towards the people like around him, he doesn't. He doesn't care about the people like that's trying to ruin his life and make his life bad. But the good thing is, like, I only see you and him here. There's nobody else. But the people that are trying to like destroy him or have like made him feel like bad, it's made him understand that he has, no other choice to get rid of them and possibly come back to you or to talk to you or to make things right with you. So that's good. You're welcome, Jazz. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad it was positive. I got good cards there in good situations. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes good. Yeah, thank you too, and you're welcome. Shania, you can go ahead and ask your question because I gotta go see my nephew in a few minutes, and right after I finish your question. So nobody, please don't donate. I'm gonna leave and go see my nephew, and I'll probably come back. But I just need to go see him. He's been away since Thursday, and he wants to see me. He got me a gift, so he wants to show me. He just came back from the airport. But I'll probably leave here and then come back. I just need to go see him for like maybe 15 minutes because he's got to go sleep soon because he's got to go to school tomorrow. But he wants to see me real quick. I want to see him too. I haven't seen him in a while. I'll come back, yeah. Or Shania, I can ask you when I come back because you're a pain in the ass anyway. Yeah, I won't be long. I'm just gonna go talk to him for a bit, and then I'll come back. Shania's probably eating fucking burritos right now. She ain't paying me no mind. Antigone, didn't you say you were born in the islands or something like that? How the hell you not know what a panani is? You're lost in the damn matrix, woman. All right, looks like she's not here, so I'll come back. You thought it was a bakery item? Oh shit. Yeah, in Jamaica, they call a vagina panani. Punani. I know that because I'm from Bermuda and there's pure Jamaicans here. I always call it a coochie, but there's so many names for it. All right, I'm gonna come back because I don't see Shania. And Shania, if you see me right now, I'm gonna come back. So don't be afraid, and you don't have to like send out the fire brigade to come get me. So I'll come right back. I'm just gonna go see my nephew real quick.